Hey there, it's Melissa Benaroya with Childproof Parenting, and I just wanted to pop in for a few minutes today just to chat a little bit about traveling with your family, traveling with your kids, because many of you are probably doing it right now or about to do it. So I thought it'd be nice just to kind of review a few things that I think can be helpful. So one of the things that I use for myself and also for my children is mindfulness apps. When things get a little bit crazy, it's important that we all settle, and using a guided app can be really helpful, especially for children. And there are specific ones just for children, but that are also helpful to parents. And the one that I recommend and I love is the Mind Yeti app. And they have mindfulness audios for sleep and calming down and getting along and anxiety, all of those things. So if something comes up, it's also it's nice to just be able to like regroup and come back down and be more present. So I use that myself. Actually, yesterday I popped mine on and used that while I was actually in the car. And if you don't have that, I think you can just do some mindful breathing with your kids. One with really little kids, the one that I love is helping kids to imagine maybe they have like a hot bowl of soup or cocoa, and they breathe in and breathe out. So they have the experience of that full cleansing breath, but they're not like sucking in and blowing out really hard. So using their imagination is a really easy way to help them use it. Or maybe square breathing. If they can imagine a square and breathing in one part of the square and then breathing out and then breathing in and breathing out is another way to help your child through some guided breathing techniques. One thing that we often forget about because we're on our trip and we're having a good time is the importance of sleep. We neglect sleep because, we want to stay out late, or, it's a special occasion. And that's great every now and then, but it's not great when you're on a week-long vacation because kids need their sleep, and you're not going to have a fun tomorrow if your child is up late tonight. So I think just being mindful of keeping your sleep routines in place will definitely help. And if you haven't left yet, making sure that there is that consistency up until you leave, or even that they're getting more sleep, can be really helpful. So I think just staying consistent. Obviously your routines and everything's going to be a little bit different. You're maybe eating in different places and different food, but the one thing that you can stay consistent in is sleep. Now, getting there can sometimes be a challenge. So whether you're driving in the car or you're on an airplane, I think being prepared for entertainment and not just somebody watching videos for 3 or 4 hours straight, but bring some audiobooks, some playlists, some crafts they can do. You can play with older kids, you can play some of those classic card games like the license plate game or I Spy. Those are always fun, or the punch buggy game, which I usually end up with a sore arm by the end of that game. But just a few things to stay engaged during the time, because part of our trips is the journey there. And so when we are mindful about how that journey is going to look and what's going to happen, everything else tends to go a whole lot better. So I think just being mindful of that. If you have a young one and you are on an airplane for a long time, plan intervals of exercise. Plan on getting up and walking up and down that aisle. Your child is not capable of sitting for that long without getting fussy. So get up. I know myself, I get fussy when I sit that long. So just being mindful of planning these breaks, whether it's a game or it's getting up and walking around. I think being mindful that kids need that movement, or maybe even if you're on vacation and you're at a restaurant, maybe you're eating out a lot. So being mindful that really young kids cannot sit for longer than about 10 to 15 minutes. So maybe plan after 15 or 20 minutes to get up and walk outside and go up and down the block and then come back. So just being mindful of what kids are capable of and what they need to allow everybody to have a pleasurable time on their trip. So I just wanted to plug in for a few minutes today. I know most of you are gone, which I think is wonderful in a way, and on adventures with your family. My neighbor just took off in an RV a little bit earlier this morning. So I hope you are doing something really fun. Oh, you can see it. My puppy just got up and started walking around. I hope you are doing something really fun and are finding this opportunity to connect with your kids and make it the most quality experience that you can possibly have together during this time. All right, I'm going to sign off. I hope you have a wonderful break. I know some of you are coming back from a spring break. Many of us are going on spring break. So I think wherever you are and whatever you're doing, I hope you have taken this opportunity to enjoy the time with your family. Take care. Bye for now.